What happens when a man becomes the very person he's pretending to be? Is he considered lucky? Or is it the other way around? Well, for Ernest's case, it was full of ups and downs. The importance of being earnest. Act 1. Algernon's apartment in London.
Lane, do you think Aunt Augusta and my cousin Gwendolen are on their way?
They should be, sir. I'll be preparing bread and butter and tea while you wait.
Oh, please do. I wouldn't want them to starve while they're here. Now would I, Lane?
Very well, sir.
Lane is rather busy, which leave me with no other choice but to go see who that might be. Algernon. Good day to you, too, Ernest. What brings you here, my good old friend?
Ah, nothing much really. I'm just here to unwind in the city.
Doesn't seem like it, though. Do I care to tell me what's been going on with you?
I came here to propose to Gwendolen.
You know that won't be easy, Ernest. Your beloved Gwendolen is my cousin after all. And don't even get me started with
Aunt Augusta, I know Algernon. That is why I need your help.
as your dear friend. Of course, I am more than willing to help. But what's going to happen to Cecily, though?
I have no clue where you're getting at.
Oh, really? Then, care to explain this?
The cigarette case was left by Ernest the last time he and Algernon shared a meal together. Ernest later reveals that Cecily is a relative of his. Ernest thought it was time he confessed his ultimate secret of living a double life to his
I
friend.
find that hard to believe, Ernest. See, it says here on the case, from little Cecily, on her fondest love with her Uncle Jack.
I am Ernest. As you know it, but it becomes a little more complicated than that. I am also Jack in the country. I am Ernest, an identity that I made up whenever I visit the city.
Aha! I guess it's right. You are an expert in Bunburying.
An expert in Bunburying means someone who is good at getting away with social responsibilities by living a double life.
In fact, I am as well. I have an ill friend named Bunbury who calls me from time to time in order to tend to him whenever he needs me. Of course, he doesn't actually exist.
You mean to say you made him up?
Certainly.
What a nasty devil you are.
I could say the same to you, Ernest. Or I should say, Jack.
I swear, if you start exposing me to Gwendolen about my double life, but you wouldn't do that, would you, Algernon?
As long as I get to meet Cecily,
Don't you dare!
I would be helping you with your proposal. Then, thank you, Lane. Ernest, I shall distract my Aunt Augusta for you. proceed with your proposal to Gwendolen.
Thank you, but I thought you promised to help me only if I let you see Cecily.
That doesn't matter right now. I am confident I'll figure out where to find her sooner or later.
And I'll be proposing to Gwendolen no matter what.
Act 2. Ernest proposes to Gwendolen.
Thank you for inviting us today, Algernon. I hope you're doing quite well.
You can expect me to always be doing well, Aunt Augusta. Anyways, would you care for some tea? How about you, Gwendolen?
I am quite fine, Algernon. Thank you.
Lady Bracknell asks for some bread and butter.
Gwendolen, why don't you come and sit here with your mother?
It is all right, Mother. I prefer to be on this side of the living area, where I am perfectly comfortable.
Well, dear Algernon, you promised me last time you would show to me your new rendition of my favorite French song. How is the project of yours doing?
Perfect timing, Aunt Augusta. I'm actually finished with it. If you would kindly join me inside the piano room.
I am doing well. And you, Ernest? How have you been?
Same as you. What a wonderful weather we're having today. Don't you think so?
Oh, Ernest, don't ever talk about the weather with a woman your heart desires.
I apologize for disappointing you, dear. Would you ever still consider listening to me for what I'm about to say to you?
You know I am always all ears when it comes to you, Ernest. You may proceed with sharing whatever it is you want to say to me.
Well, you see, from the very moment I saw you, Gwendolen, I was instantly captured by your beauty and your intellect. I cannot live myself without you in it. You have casted a spell on me, Gwendolen, and I am grateful that you have bewitched me.
The feeling is mutual, Ernest. I have always thought of you as a one-of-a-kind man, though oftentimes I had wished you would be more assertive when it comes to showing your affection for me.
Is that so? Oh my! Hearing you say all that makes me happy, Gwendolen. It would bring my heart great rejoice if you would think about possibly marrying a man like me.
Why, of course! I'd definitely marry you, Ernest. Your name is actually one of the main reasons why I am so attracted to you. There's just something special about the name Ernest.
Suppose my name wasn't Ernest. Would you still want to marry me?
Oh, but your name is Ernest. We don't have to worry about that. The thing you should be worrying about is proposing to me first.
Right.
Yes.
When the mockingbirds are singing.
What is the meaning of this?
Mother, I am engaged.
Absolutely not, Gwendolen. Go back to the carriage outside. Right this instant. I have to speak to me, Mr. Ernest Worthy.
Cecily, how many times have I told you to pay attention to your German lessons?
Well, to be frank, Miss Brisson, I don't think learning German is an essential thing for me at all. rather spending my day reading and writing things on my diary.
Oh, hush, child. A lady like you deserves to be knowledgeable in the field of language like I was. Oh, how I miss my youth. Consider yourself lucky.
What kind of ventures did you have back then, Miss Person? What kind of student were you like?
Well, now that you ask of it, I can say that I was in my glory days. I used to write. There was a work of mine that I held quite dearly.
Oh, really? My, that's wonderful, Miss Person. Did it ever publish?
Unfortunately, child, it didn't. But that was all in the past. Let's focus on the present now, shall we? Like your German studies, for example? Here.
But I'm really having a hard time concentrating, Miss Person. All I ever think was Uncle Jack's brother.
Pardon? You mean to say Jack's brother, Ernest? We all know that man gets into all kinds of trouble no matter what weather it is. Cecily, are you perhaps all right?
That's what I like about him, Miss Person. I believe he's not like any other ordinary man that you can just come across in the street. There's just something about him that I can put my fingers on. Really? I'll go welcome him then, since Uncle Jack hasn't arrived yet. Thank you for letting me know.
Cecily enters the lounge, arranging some flowers, hoping to bump into Ernest by accident. Algernon, who is pretending to be Ernest's brother, who is also named Ernest, finally sees Cecily in person.
Cecily, it might be too quick for me to ask you tea, but will you make the happiest man alive or marry me?
But Ernest, we already are engaged.
I'm sorry. What?
When the mockingbirds are singing in the wildwood.
I'm eternally haunted by my past, wherein I accidentally lost hold of that poor child. I didn't mean to misplace the baby in the bag where my manuscript was. Forgive me, Lady Bracknell. Forgive me. I left the baby at a wardrobe in the Victoria station.
Is this the one that baby was left inside?
Why, yes. Yes, this is the bag. How did you manage to get this?
Because I was that abandoned baby.
So that explains everything. You, Ernest, are the son of my poor sister, Mrs. Moncrief, which also makes you Algernon's brother.
Lady Bracknell ends up giving the two couples her blessing. Ernest is truly named Ernest after all.